4-man mosh pit followed by Entomb. Oh no!
Oh, a huge light bomb coming in on the Genji, and that's a 5-man light bomb. They're gonna follow up, and they're gonna get 1, 2, 3 kills.
And it's gonna be everybody dying. Oh my God! When does this happen? Everybody's dead.
I love how that is going to be like infinitely louder than I am this morning. I say this morning because it is 8:30 AM for me and I'm tired. Either way, we're here with an NGS cast and I'll be hyped up soon enough, as I have not changed what division this is. Give me a moment. I think it was B East. I'm praying it's B East. Oh no, disastrous start already. Oh, I love when this happens. Let me just double check. Yep, B East. Cool. Got it. Down, pat. Nice. Anyway, today we have a Division B East, not A West game. We have TRSG Undead. I have no clue what that means. Someone will eventually enlighten me. And we have on the other side ReGen Ghost. So it should be a good match. I hope it's a good match. Division B is like starting to get up there. You start to see some pretty solid plays. That's insane that you can say. I'm making it sound like you can't see solid players in any div. You can. There's some very good players in almost all the divs, but we get consistency as we go up. Anyway, I've dug myself a hole and do not want to continue digging that hole. So, in terms of map bans, we see Dragonshire and Tomb of the Spider Queen was banned out by TRSG Undead, and ReGen Ghost had banned out Alterac Pass, or is it Alterac Valley? Alterac Pass and Volsky Founder. I've been casting how long now, and I've been playing this game how long now? I'm like, yeah, Alterac is like the one I can't remember to save my life. I'm like, Valley Pass, no. Anyway, first map is Infernal Shrines, and as I kind of outlined at the beginning of each replay cast, is that I don't know who map picks, and I don't know who first picks. I do it specifically because it's the really only way to keep myself, make it so I don't know what's going to happen. And I like not knowing what's going to happen. I like not knowing what the scoreline is. It makes things much more fun for me, because I will legitimately pop off if I think it's like, hell yeah, let's go. I had no clue who was going to win each thing. And yeah. Right, so without further ado, I am going to start the replay up. I'm going to swap on over into the game if I push the right button, as we're preparing ourselves for battle. Right. I feel like there's a delay on it. I have no clue. Oh no, it's not too bad. Right, so on the left side, when I finally get my bearings, we have Charlemagne on Blaze, Butte Holiday on Rhaegar. I had to look at it, go, Doc. Cheer Glue on the Muradin, Pink Blackout on, is that Sylvanas? Yes, Sylvanas, and Nor is on the Vala, which we're looking some early Sylvanas cheats. Because on the right-hand side, we see Hippo XXX on the Anubarak, Dub C613 on the Anduin, Giggleshmack on the Hanzo, Aaron, just Aaron, on the Tychus, and Supercarve RG on Vita Hark, and it looks like they're finally clued on. Cheer Glue is going to drive the best to slow him down. It's going to take a little bit of damage for Butte is also doing the same thing. We see Half Tower down. Carve RG did use that burrow. Pink Blackout does use that Haunting Arrow to get out. I believe it's called Haunting Arrow. Can't remember. Haunting Wave? That sounds more correct. But yeah, half a tower, and they actually managed to all get out with their health, their lives intact, which sometimes when you see that play doesn't work quite as well as that. Cheerclue does walk into Hippo XXX, does get hit by Tongue, is going to get followed by Root Stuns, and that will be Muradin going down. I feel like it's a replay, and I still feel like I cast a cursed hit, which is an impressive start. However, we do still see that actually the blue team does have an experience advantage. We do see TRSG Undead has experience advantage. ReGen goes forward behind. However, we do have that aggressive play now where the ReGen Ghost team is taking camp. TRSG took bottom camp, red team took top, and that'll be however Butte going down, as Hippo X did manage to get there just in time to catch out for Rhaegar. Very unfortunate. But not the end of the world, as it still is early game. Kills aren't quite as impactful up until level 7, 8. If I recall correctly off the top of my head. Anyway, I'm going to look at Owens now, but kind of it's died down a bit as we see Chieko is pushing it. It makes me going immediately regretting saying that sentence. Anyway, in terms of stacking quests, I like to always point these out because I like to see how they go. Muradin has his baseline. Here's his baseline, that's it. He's going to eventually complete it, hopefully. I believe in him. I believe in him hitting level 10. Vala is multi-shot, and Blaze is new habits. Obviously, target practice from Hanzo. Nope. Master Assassin from Tychus. And, oh, Tissue Regeneration from Dahaka. Interesting. Not one we've seen very often, as we see now top camps are being done. As objective, the Arcane Punisher is, Arcane Shrine I guess, is going to be called at the 2 minutes 30 second mark. There it is. Amazing. Hippo and Aaron doing their best and hold back the clear of Cheer, Charla, and Nor. Keep in mind, Nor is, yep, we're going to have to back because they're out of mana. Hopefully they reset before then. Charlemagne should probably do the same. Kind of, you want to be at more or less full resources coming into this objective without needing to use a tap. Beaut Holiday and Pink Blackout just kind of getting a little bit of push going. Supercarv RG and Aaron is stepping up to them. They don't really want to pick a fight too early. Blaze has just picked his level 4 now. Maybe he's thinking about it. Chieglu, an awkward situation, does get stunned, does get double stunned. Cleanse comes out, however, it is a bit too late as Tychus gets a stack of Inverivum, and that was just a very quick blow up from the side of ReGen Ghost. Okay, we're starting to hit a point where it's a bit more impactful, so we can see now there is that bit of experience advantage now coming through for ReGen Ghost, as they kind of have a run of things this early game so far. It's about saying that it can very much turn around at 10. Yeah, sure, there is some impactful heroics from ReGen Ghost, but when we're getting into, oh, my camera works shoddy. Oh wow, I'm just like explaining things. I'm just like sitting here like, yeah, it's great. Yeah, let's just do this. No, when temps come online for both teams, it can actually, I very much feel it will swing back in the favor of TRSG Undead, as they have a lot of means to kind of make sure that blow up doesn't occur, and that means they can get, sure, they may have to use an heroic like Ancestral, but they're also getting out a lot of abilities from ReGen Ghost to do, and then you something follow up on it, it can change the course of the fight drastically. Anyway, 7's now through for both teams. My words are failing me this morning. That's because I'm casting in the morning and I've only just like perked up. I've only just felt it come through. Supercarv RG was done by Muradin. Muradin, however, doesn't want a piece of that because he just saw the rest of the red team. Maybe not a great idea. Let's not do that. Yeah, nah, not a fan, eh? But yeah, red team is still, as I said, kind of having a run of things. As blue does need to play patiently. As much as I know, yeah, get 10s, get the pick when we need. You need to play patient if you want to get to like kind of your major win conditions, and both teams do have big win conditions at 10. Blaze picking up new habits now will help very much into Hippo XXX as well. Not being stunned is probably the best way to survive. Sorry about that, I didn't have a drink. But yeah, it's even with the blue team kind of running the map so far, it's still relatively even. Like, sure, yeah, we've got a gate advantage here. Experience is still pretty close, and despite the camp experience advantage, which is this one. Yeah, you see we've got about double the Merc experience. The only... I was talking too much again. Yuna goes down. Unfortunate. Charlemagne looks like he's soon to follow. Does actually get taken down by the Anduin. Chastises Pink Blackout now in an awkward situation. Does manage to take out Hanzo in the meantime. That catch-up XP will help out just a little bit, but that will be another kill over to the side of TRSG Undead. I feel like whenever I just start talking, people die. But we do see 10s coming up for the side of ReGen Ghost just now, as we do see Dragon Arrow from the Hanzo, Light Bomb from Anduin, Commandeer Odin from Tychus, Isolation from Dahaka, and Cocoon from the Anubarak. This will be That's a lot of stun. That's a lot of stun. Light Bomb Hippo. Hippo burrows, comes up, Light Bomb then goes off, then you get Dragon Arrow. That is a good, like, 4 to 6 seconds of stun if done correctly. So it'll be very much on the... it may be a bit beyond the healer to make sure Purge is used effectively so they aren't going down quite a worse time. There's stun, there's stun, there's stun, there's death. Rhaegar is also put in Cocoon. They can't Ancestral anyone in this meantime. They're probably going to need to pop it on themselves pretty much immediately. No! Butte gets to walk out, hopefully. Yes, maybe. Excellent. And we do see now a good turnaround. Yep, we do see the Wailing Arrow was used, as well as a very good stun by Blaze to go over the rest of the talents from the side of TRSG Undead. We do... Talents? Heroics. We do also have Bunker Drop from Blaze, Rain of Vengeance from Varlet, which do wonders into their comp of ReGen Ghost to kind of slow down their assault. Ancestral from Rhaegar, which I expected, because that's a lot of burst. And you're not super... Oh, you actually could get away with probably... Anyway. And... Avatar from Murid. I went to go call it Stone Form. That's the level 16 talent. Avatar from Murid and Chegwin kind of stuck in the middle of things. We receive a charge, we receive a light bomb. Ancestral comes out onto Pink Blackout. Butte Holiday is trying their best, does manage to squeeze out on less than 200 health. Charlemagne hitting the extra stun. Chegwin doing their best. Super Carve RG does get the knockback and the 5-man stun from Dragon Arrow. Charlemagne is doing best back out. Grenade nearly takes him down. However, they will go down to the Burrow. Burrow? Yes, Burrow charge from the Anubarak. Now, what I'd like to see here is just kind of the blue team split off, make sure they do other things in the meantime. Tahaka is taking bottom camp. He must have burrowed down immediately after that team fight. I'm just going to quickly mute myself so I can have a drink, because apparently I'm thirsty today. There we go. As we see, that is taking the bottom camp. Blaze is trying to catch up on that soak, as we do see 13 advantages coming through from the side of ReGen Ghost. There's Punisher jump. Chegwin is being hit a bit. It is a frozen Punisher, which is a bit annoying considering both tower and fort will be turned off. And fortunately, we don't have the whole team of ReGen Ghost to follow up at that time, because that would have been kind of dangerous. Speaking of which, we do see Nor escaping the stun light bomb combo from Hippo. Same for Chegwin. That is a big Dragon Arrow once again. Chegwin goes down. This is a bully for Murid game. That's so unfortunate. Wailing Arrow, despite being cocooned, did actually manage to find the kill onto Tychus. That is actually huge. That poor Tychus. But it is something that TRSG needed. They need the pendulum to swing back in their favor, and they need to start getting these kills, getting the kind of momentum shifting, and that is probably a good way to start. Butte Holiday not quite wanting to step up into their own fort, nor bravely does, as we do see Hippo and Co will take out that fort. Even talents now, however, we do see there maybe actually it will be a full team fight here, as we do see Tychus is still coming back. Sun comes out into Tahaka. Tahaka does burrow. We do see the knockback from him, as we also see peppering down. Note that main combo of ReGen Ghost is coming back up. Blaze has to use Bunker, moves around it. Tongue doesn't quite find its target, and speaking of which, we do see that coming out. Supercarve RG getting very low. Chegwin having to pop Avatar. However, Aaron still does have percent damage. Avatar not quite effective in percent damage. We see Aaron again pulled out. Hippo is getting low. D. Oh, I heard the charge going out, but Blaze gets cocooned, as that will be a 1-for-1, a frontline for a frontline. However, Blaze still acts as a tank, so they do still have a decent amount of power on the field. Hippo X getting low. And this is the first time we can see TRSG Undead actually aggressively take a camp this game. They haven't been able to up until now, and this seems like the perfect time. They are striking while the iron is hot and making sure they get what they need. Right, sorry, just let me reply to something very quick. Nor does get cleansed, does actually unable to get out. Butte Holiday's trying to invest to escape. Ancestral isn't called down, so they aren't able to get out as well. Supercar for RG did burrow in behind, so that is once again a few kills over to the side of... I'm forgetting names this morning. ReGen go... Oh yeah, I am not quite remembering. Sorry. Sorry about this. Right, sorry. My full attention is back on this and my water bottle. We do see Cheerglue getting tongued, getting stunned. That's unfortunate. That was a really bad time to come back with attention. Sorry, Cheer. I'm so sorry, dude. That's just not... Okay. We do see the siege camp being cleared. Bruiser. I'm losing my mind today. So sorry, everyone who was like expecting a quality cast of like something semi-competent. I'm trying. I really am. We do see 16s. Like, as I said, we do see 16s for 16 advantage is actually major, as a lot of characters get kind of their key abilities, key powers at that 16. As we do see, kind of it is going to be a bit of a struggle still for TRSG Undead to come back, but I have faith in them. Yeah, I have faith in them. It could be like the necromancers that Undead kind of entail and rise from the ashes and get a good fight. Butte Holiday does get a lot of stuns coming out of him, does need to see Ancestral. There it is. Excellent timing on that, does manage to back out. However, we do see Sheerglue going low. Hippo X, however, is first to go down. That is the Vala taking out as 16th. We found out partway through that fight. There's a stun coming out to D to C, as that will be Anduin going down. This is the necromancy I was talking about, funnily enough, as we do now see the blue team is stepping onto the objective for really kind of the first time, as TRSG Undead is actually turning around, going for kill on Killshmack. Killshmack does get taken down. We do see our stop coming out from Charlemagne, as that is an excellent fight for TRSG Undead, and just like that, they have basically gained a whole level in the matter of 20 seconds. Necessary. Absolutely necessary, but it is absolutely needed. Rhaegar is ready to use Earthfire Totem. Excellent. But that is actually a very important ability for Rhaegar. Rhaegar does actually have Totem Build, if I remember? Yeah, Rhaegar has Totem Build. And now we see the first Punisher over the side of TRSG Undead, and it is a Mortar Punisher. So while not like best for like crowd control, it does a decent amount of damage to buildings with those mortars, as you can see. And minions, I guess, as you start to see half a minion wave exploded at once. How much damage does it do? I can't tell. 189 per order? Oh, no. I made a mistake. As you do see stun coming out to Hippo, Butte Holiday and Co is just pushing in behind. My voice cracks. And we do see Charlemagne is still soaking that side lane. He's still trying to get back an experience. And we do see now the blue team has kind of caught up. Hippo XXX does not quite find the target he's looking for, but this is now a much closer game than it was before. Excellent stuns, a little bit of layering. Hippo X does get pulled. Anduin does get... not Anduin. Anduin does get pulled off. Dragon Arrow comes out. Carvajal goes down before the light bomb can go off, and that is what we call a problem for the side of ReGen Ghost. And Ubrak does manage to find his way out. Now this is actually looking to... yeah, the team of TRSG Undead is looking to maybe get a keep? No, they're just backing out. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, that does make sense, actually. I would have been way too greedy there. Still 4 and a tower basically equals 5. It's not exactly a fight you want to take, especially because one of those 5 you can't take out for a little bit. But we do see now TRSG Undead getting aggressive. We see a camp take. We see a second camp take. We see wave clearing, as both teams are now trying to squeeze out those 20s, and those 20s, it could really go, oh my god, I don't know where it's going to go. It can go either way in my opinion. I do think the side of ReGen Ghost definitely want to finish pre-20s, but I feel like now that 20s are coming through, it could very much be, or even 16s have come through, it very much feels like TRSG kind of know how to play this late game a bit better. is what it's feeling like. Especially because we see things like, I believe, probably Manticore. Yeah, Manticore. We see Blaze Charge build. We see Rhaegar Totem build finally coming in. Rhaegar's Totems coming into full effect. They're just very potent in general. Like, yeah, we do see very strong things on both sides because we're also piercing arrows by Hanzo is something amazing to mention. Epicenter by Nubarak. I forgot the bug's name. I always forget bug's name. I always forget at least one name per map. As you do actually see Storm Talents coming through for the side of ReGen Ghost, we do see Sonar. No, not Sonar Arrow. Bullseye. Oh, Cheerglue has found a Hippo. Cheerglue has decided not to deal with the Hippo. And the Hippo decided not to deal with the chair. Fair enough. And we in a fire to carry on with this. Big red button from Tychus. Space Yoshi himself went the Contagion. So that splash on the Isolation. Rewind on Nubrak, 4 stuns. Varsia's Blessing from Rhaegar. Rewind from Mirrodin. Rewind talent's just so fun. Bolt of the Storm from Sylvanas. Farflight Quiver from Vala and Bunker upgrade. Fortified Bunker, yep, from the Blaze. Which means this will be a 2025, if it goes either way convincingly, that could be all she wrote. And you can see there's actually still a lot of posturing going on. Wait, I'm curious? Blaze, okay, Blaze went the attack speed slow at 7. Sorry, I was just curious about that now. Probably important to things such as Tychus. We see Dragon Arrow finding just Vala. Vala does get a follow-up stun, Do see Ancestral coming out as Isolation is on top of him. Does get the stun out as soon as it is available. And we do see that Nor was able to survive and keep up those hopefully keep up with hate check. Excellent free 4-man silence for Veiling Arrow Vez, and we're going down first. Supercarve RG will be next to go down. Will Hippo be able to be followed? Does hit the stun onto Hippo. Hippo will be going low and taken out by the Sylvanas as well. Leap from Mirrodin does get on top of Aaron. Will Aaron be able to get out? No. That's a slow, as we do see an aggressive play, and that is an excellent 4-man kill from the side of TRSG Undead, and just like that, the kills are even. The game is now heavily in TRSG's favor, so they'll aggressively take 4 while Black Arrows are up. They use a lot of resources there. Bullseye hits Vala square on the noggin as Vala loses a decent amount of health to Hanzo, but not enough to be any kind of major concern. And now we just have TRSG Undead electing to do the objective. There may have been an argument for trying to push bottom and end, but this is the safer play, and if you're wanting to win, sometimes the safer play is the best play. I don't know. I feel like I'm just riffing there. Yeah. Nice. I like this. Leaving it at 39 out of 40. I kind of wish more teams at lower divs learned how to do this in more team. But essentially what you can do in these situations is get it low, get it 39, get the rest of the stuff on the map, and finally just finish this off when you are no longer needing to do anything else. And now we do see TRSG Undead does have their Arcane Punisher in their favor and will be looking to push here. Maybe for the end if we do see another fight like that last one. Hippo's looking to take this jump. Excellent burrow, meaning they will not get hit by that jump. No, at least not get stunned by that jump, and it looks like they're pretty much full as well. We do see now Big Red Button has been used. We do see actually ults being used in general. Big Red Button's the main one, and we will see a lot to follow. Excellent stun from the Punisher. Charlemagne tries to follow up on it, doesn't quite hit his mark, as that will be the fort going down. Blue team has not decided to end yet, as that is Punisher going down to follow. But now we have a very clear win condition open. And we do see the blue team is setting up a trap. Hanzo checked it, didn't see anyone. Still hasn't seen anyone. Cheerglue has seen someone. And however, Hippo XXX doesn't even get Anduin pulled out because they were in a world of hurt. As you see, they lost essentially 2/3 of their health by the time that Anduin pull and Hanzo Dragon Arrow came out. As you do see now, Dahaka does give a tongue onto Mirrodin. Mirrodin has to pop Avatar, doesn't manage to give a jump out. We do see Rhaegar used that cleansed, excellent 5-man arrow from the Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas, because I can't remember how things are called today, and this fort is still up. Not for long, but it is. As the blue team has decided it is their fort now, and they are going to be taking it for the might of TRSG Undead. And now, back into laning. I didn't realize this was going to be such a long map, my word. I was like, I'll do another one after this. And we're still on the first map 20 minutes later. Right, just let's see where this goes. We do see camps now aggressively being taken by TRSG Undead. They're trying to kind of solidify their experience lead despite it. Yeah, it does still matter. There is still scaling and camera work, line boss, camera work. Despite it being late game and like, they've already got all their talents, there's still experience. But I don't. Cheglu has been told not to stand in that bush. So Arrow has told him not to stand in that bush. And that is now gone, that sonar. Charlemagne scouting bushes, wanting to make sure no one is there. Hippo XXX doing the same thing. Cheglu has been scouted now. Hippo's still trying to start that camp. A camping leash may be a problem. Cheglu hits the stun with Super RG, there is a follow-up. Blaze does get bunker out, does get everything out. Hippo does manage to get around the bunker with that burrow, but that is buttons pushed, no one found. As we do see, bunker came out. Isolation actually came out, didn't even see that one. And we do see Tychus and Commodore Odin currently. Excellent triple stun, that's a good follow-up. Charlemagne doesn't need to get that Ancestral, but the splash on it will heal up his team. That's a 3-man kill. All of them going down in pretty quick succession. Dub C 613 will follow. That is just a Tychus left. Well, maybe not. Oh, Cheglu manages to get Minion, doesn't manage to get Aaron. However, that's Earthbind Totem. That 16 talent doing so much slow to Aaron. It may as well have almost been a root at that point, but I think it's 90% slow. Either way, we do see the side of TRSG Undead was looking to end, but Tanks, however, decided that there was a tastier morsel on the plate, and despite ReGen Ghost's early great showing, it was a good turnaround and a very good take by the side of TRSG, as that will be game 1 of the set going over to them. Right, let me pop it over onto my good old game summary screen. There we go, I did it. A lot of damage, in general, a lot of damage was dealt by the side of ReGen Ghost. Just, yeah. They did have that early game advantage, and you can see it in the damage they were kind of just putting out. However, that late game, just very well played by the side of TRSG Undead. I imagine if we go to another late game map, can go late game, it may very much still be in TRSG's favor. I'd like to see maybe an earlier game map picked by ReGen, but again, I won't know who picked it because I don't look at results beforehand. Good healing by Beauty Holiday, 107k. Blaze did a lot of soak that game to kind of catch up the team back in it. And you can see that by the end, it paid off. Blaze did excellent in the soaking material. Good work, Charlemagne. But still not to take away from ReGen Ghost. They played their comp very well. Just kind of at the end there, with everything going on, the silences and such were just a bit too much for them to overcome, especially with things such as Manticore being such a killer of the front line. And you can see Hippo just couldn't survive. It is unfortunately just sometimes how it goes, but I guess we'll see how the next one goes as well. As I'll quickly show talents, there you go for anyone who is kind of curious about these. Let's see, anything that stand out? No, I've been seeing the Tychus going Q overkill build more, which is probably the biggest standout thing to me. As I'm bad at the game, no, because I think for a while we've seen like auto attack and grenade build being kind of the go-to, which yeah, we did see grenade at 1 of 7, but you also usually see it at 16 because of the cooldown reduction and percent damage that comes on top of it. However, that is all for game 1. So what I'm going to do is going to mute myself, have a drink, and I'll be back once I have game 2 set up. So I will see you all very shortly. Right. It loaded up much faster than I was expecting.
The battle begins shortly, heroes.
As you see, and probably heard, we have now Gun of Terror, as I can show on there. We have winner of the last map as TRSG Undead. So what I'm going to do is swap it on over to the game. As we see on interesting quote, we do see Charlemagne has gone the Hogger, Nor is back on that Vala actually. Pink Blackout Jaina, Cheer Glue on May, and Butte Holiday on Anduin. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Hippo XXX on the... Oh god, I can't remember his name. Stitches, Kickle Schmack on the... And so, Hanzo. We do see Super Carve RG once again on Dahaka at Space Yoshi. Aaron is on Sylvanas this time, and Dub C613 is on the... Stukov. So hi Asha, I hope you're doing well this evening, morning, afternoon. I don't know how time zones work very well anymore. I've lost my mind. Anyway, we do see the start of a team fight and what is actually going to get a little bit. Cheer Glue does get a nice stun onto Dub C613. Does get Aaron pushed back and actually kind of nullifying those black arrows, doing their best to make sure that the red team can't get away with all too much. Jaina backing out as probably the team gave her a nice warning. Butte Holiday was told not to follow her team, and the team decided to turn around onto Hippo. However, we do see a nice kind of damage coming out. Not too much had happened though, so that is all good, and I appreciate you coming along, Shy. And I hope GGS goes. I don't know if you're playing today, but I hope GGS goes well for the girls as they all do great stuff in there, and I do actually really love the GGS stuff. It's good to watch. Anyway, I had talked last map, at the end of the last map, about wanting to see kind of a game that can kind of go quicker for the side of ReGen Ghost, because I did comment that it looks like the side of TRSG Undead did kind of favor that they were kind of better under those late game conditions more. However, while this can go late game, we do have that hit comp coming out. Hippo XXX needs to hit hooks essentially for this comp position to work. In saying that, Dahaka is there as well. Hippo can always have that kind of bulk in front, and once 16s come through, they get the slam talent that does a 60% slow, 80% slow, and does minus armor. So it'll be interesting to see where this comp goes. I do like Stitch's pick though. It's one of my favorite tanks. It's one of the only tanks I can actually play like reasonably competently because I hate playing tank. Alright, yep. I hope Swift does well today because I think she is... I definitely saw her name. I'm very bad with names. But yeah, we do see now first objective is kind of a bit more in favor of blue team. Hippo does throw out the hook, doesn't quite find anyone. Pink, black, very split. Butte Holiday Nor is pushing into that fort, trying to get value there. Hogger is solo clearing this objective, wanting to get it. The red team decide to collapse. Oh, that will be a Butte Holiday being caught out and will go down. Early enough to where it's not a major issue. They did still get objective. They still got a lot of that gate. The red team looks like they're looking to hard shove now as Sylvanas is bottom still. as Nor and Chairglue is trying their best to slow things down. But silence meaning that Chair wasn't able to slide away through. However, the knockback from the E itself meant that she was able to actually get out relatively safely. Albeit with half a health than she was expecting, but that is still safe because you are alive. That being alive is a good thing. Especially in games like this and life. I don't know where I'm going with that sentence. I'm going to be honest. I'm just talking absolute bull at that point. Anyway, we see Level 7's bound through for both teams, as this should be a good fight coming up. Chair thinking about it. They're not really... Actually, no. I think the blue team are looking to give for the moment, as we do see both not Sylvanas, Vala and Jaina bottom. Stitches is just kind of holding off Chairglue and Co mid. And yeah, we do see Nor and Pink Blackout doing their best to get that down. Is the blue team going to try store objective? Nope, that will be objective on the side of ReGen Ghost. Meanwhile, Nor and Pink Blackout is pushing hard. I imagine that we'll see Sylvanas, Black Arrows with this camp. Yep, there is Black Arrows, there is a camp, there's a Freeman push. Supercarve RG is going down to bother the Freeman. Butte Holiday does try to root them, Supercarve RG does manage to burrow under it. They're not really wanting to deal with that right now, but however, that will still be bottom 4 being taken by the side of TRSG Undead. Chairglue trying their best to kind of interrupt everything. Does unstop the hook. Nice. I'm so bad at that. But excellent stuff. Awesome. This is why they're Div B and I'm not. Goddamn. And Aaron gets out, just give that last little bit of damage out onto the field. Pretty neutral camp this time. Still a little bit in favor of the blue team, which are now having to back out doing this camp. They're running out of time, and yeah, unfortunate, but sometimes you need to make sure you aren't feeding just that little bit to try to get a little bit extra bit of value. And now we're going to see a slow play here. Chairglue is just kind of vibing, sitting there, chilling, relaxing, acting all cool. Throwing some snowstorms outside of school? No, don't know where I'm going with that one. Giving up. Anyway, we do see the red team does actually get the clear onto the objective. Chairglue managing to eat the stun before it comes out. Butte does get hooked, however, the snowstorm, snowflurry, whatever it's called, does hit a lot of people, meaning that Butte won't go down. Hippo, however, on the other hand, will go down. Aaron's looking for the best to go around. Interesting pathing, but I guess that was kind of damned no matter which way you do, as the Undead managed to get a nice double kill and the objective there, and actually has 10s rolled through, so we're having a nice opposite of the last game, as well they have the heroics coming in first this time. So we see Light Bomb from Anduin, Ice Wall from May. We're actually getting a pretty nasty kind of combo here that can come off that Ice Wall, or off that Ice Wall if they manage to catch a few out. Water Elemental from Jaina. Rain of Vengeance from Vala. I'm going to go back up here because Supercarve RG was talking back. That isn't good. Ice Wall, meaning the Hippo can't actually go in, doesn't actually stuff. Butte Holiday manages to dodge the... Stitches goes down. Butte Holiday managed to dodge the Mind Control, as that will be a 1 for none and a few ults, however. A lot of ults actually out. As I see also Shockwave was used by Hogger, which was the last I meant to confuse. Ice Wall was used. Inner Light was used. Not Inner Light. Light Bomb. I'm just forgetting oh my gosh. I'm trying to hold myself up to a higher standard of what I used to be able to do than what I can do now. Problem, but it is what it is. Anyway, on the other side we do see Dragon Arrows. Oh, Chairglue. Good unstop. Good pull by Butte Holiday. Chairglue trying to step on, is unable to. Does get pulled into fort. All the Spore Queen things came in at once. So just... She's called the Spore Queen? Really? I thought she was called like Garden Queen or something, but that makes sense. Oh, Butte Holiday does get stunned again. We do see Hippo walking back. Dragon Arrow stopping him. Butte Holiday trying their best. Doesn't quite get the Light Bomb off. Maybe if it had... Well, she got the Light Bomb off, however, it does not go off in time. Maybe if it went off, the shielding and her team coming on would have made her survive, but it's too hard to say, especially because I looked at my arm going, what's the handman called again? Stukov did still have those flailing swipes up, which is a pretty good anti-engage tool. That's insane. Both these teams have a lot of anti-engage. Mind Control comes out of a May. I figured it was meant for Pink Blackout, but I wasn't able to quite find its target. And now we see Shockwave coming out, hitting a nice 4-man. However, not much will come of it as we're just kind of backing on out. Chair Glue does get hooked back in, is able to survive. Butte Holiday gets a heal off, and that will be Chair Glue surviving. And 13 to come through from the side of TRSG Undead. This is a much, in terms of kills and such, this is a much closer game than the last one. In terms of buildings, for this time it is a bit more in the favor of, I say a bit more. It is definitely more in favor of the side of TRSG Undead as they have 3 forts down and that first objective is done. And we do see, once again, the seed is spawning. And this time it's kind of like, even though, yes, it is on the ReGen Go side of the map, it is no longer in their favor because they don't have a fort and a well. It's just to kind of go up or down to. But it is a even fight, so to speak. Doesn't quite find anything with that Mind Control. However, Hippo did find a Butte Holiday. Butte now in awkward position once again. Does get a good root and stun follow-up. Carve RG doesn't get hit by the Shockwave and will go down. That is a good turnaround fight for the blue team, despite the healer being gorged so early. I feel like this Stitches is just wanting Anduin, which, fair. A lot of people want Anduin. But the Holiday has been at the receiving end a lot of hook gorges, which not ideal if you're the healer, but honestly, with your survival rates so far, that's honestly not the end of the world if you're surviving more often than not out of the hook gorge. And sometimes it is just like that. But we do see even objectives. We saw the Siege Giants getting taken and Dahaka going down, who is now back up. We're still not at the longest. Oh, sorry, give me one. We're still not at the longest death timers in the world. As we can see that, like, people are coming back so quickly. I'm just gonna turn around. There we go. We do see red team taking their camp. They are probably... Are they going to look for a fight before 16s come through? I'd imagine it would be a good idea. It'd be a good idea seeing if they can get a pick now before 16s roll over, because Dahaka has just completed his level 1 quest, which will be a lot for it. And actually looking at the talents still, because I realize I haven't seen anything. Hanzo hasn't actually been able to finish target practice yet. Because these quests have been quite messy. They've been quite the front line have really been doing well to kind of protect the backline, so to speak. So Hanzo hasn't been able to get those arrows off onto the backline as consistently as they'd potentially like. Butte Holiday does manage to dodge this hook. Icewall coming out does get a nice stun onto Dub. Dub is actually going to die. There's no two ways about it. Dahaka does pop the tissue regeneration to try survive. However, it is not enough. Charlemagne spinning in, doesn't quite find anything else. Does manage to dodge the arrow. Chair Glue backing out. Nork trying their best as well. We do see Butte is capping. Pink Blackout does get gorged, but they will be barely going behind that. They need to burn down tower and such. Oh, Butte Holiday didn't quite get there in time. Unfortunate, but it was the agreed play that healer was getting objective rest and zoning out. And sometimes it is, as I said, just sometimes the Stitches event is just how it happens. Which, unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. I also don't know if... Yeah, not hard to say. But yeah, it's still... Despite there being a kill at the end of that kind of whole play, that's still good stuff by the side of TRSG Undead. They are looking far more cohesive throughout this whole... They're looking far more consistent throughout this whole game than the last one. Because now, like, yeah, we see 16s come through. This is where I said things are going to, again, get rough with TRSG Undead. Because Magical does a lot, and Stitch's really kind of only measure of tankiness is his bulk. Yeah, there's pulverized. That's what telling us referring to it. Beginning of the game, we're at 60%. 70% slow, which is very much similar to a root. And it looks like the blue team of TRSG Undead does have their combo back up. And it'll be interesting to see where we go from here. Holiday does dodge the arrow. Hippo looking for a hook. Doesn't quite find what they wanted to. A chair glue was found instead of anything else. And we don't see any follow-up of our Ice Wolf. Speaking of follow-up, we do see that the May will go down. Objective is going over to the side of TRSG Undead. However, Hogger needs to back out. Nor is also low. Does get stun off. And that is just not anything that the team can do about it. Pink Blackout does get pulled. We do see Anduin pull coming as a counter. Does see the Ice Block come out. It's probably queued up for after. Right as that Anduin pull was used. And now there's an objective pushing in on the gates of ReGen Ghost. But yeah, that's what I said. If Stitches can find a hook, it very much can make the fight swing wildly back in their favor, and we do see that the fight did do so, as we did see a nice double kill coming out for the side of ReGen Ghost. Which means, well, yes, there are plant tearers going. They're not going to get too much, but they do at least stop the side of I am yawning. It does at least stop the side of ReGen Ghost kind of using this time while May and Vala were dead to do anything. As we do see the blue team doing their best just to quick clear this. Vision does manage to get Hippo XXX. May gets actually mind controlled, then tongued. But we've got a bit of a split focus, so it's a good pull by Pink at Holiday and Pink Blackout doing their best to get everyone alive. That is a Ice Wall coming out onto Dahaka. Dahaka may actually... Nope, Dahaka immediately pushes that E button to get burrowing out. Aaron will go down, however, found by Vivala. Hook finds Butte Holiday. There's a light bomb, and that is a good light bomb engage. We're going to call it that because good follow-up on the Stitches hook by Butte Holiday, as that would be Stitches going down next. Supercarb RG was out of that essence, so they were getting pretty low, but not quite going down. As that was a good turnaround. It was a good fight for the side of TRSG Undead. Oh, Hunter has completed his baseline quest now, by the way. I'm just going to point that one out because I know that he was struggling a little bit coming into this. Can I close this? Struggling coming a bit into this kind of mid to late part of the game.
My, yet another seed. I trust you know what to do, heroes.
Sorry, I was having a drink. Drinking's important. But yeah, now we see the blue team coming on down. Pushing into a fort, pushing... my brain died in that I think anyone listening could probably hear the exact moment my brain decided just to turn off and just stop working. Anyway, we do see now TRSG Undead is kind of just taking all the camps of ReGen Ghost, just painting the map blue as we do see 10s coming through. And I'm going to need to work on my camp work, as that is a good ice wall from Chair Glue, meaning that Stitches can't get too far with their friendly Vala. However, that'll be Chair Glue going down first. Nor gets pulled out despite the 20 advantage. And when is using light bomb themselves, does get the stun onto Supercarb RG. I don't know if quite hit Anduin. However, Butte Holiday will be found by a hook, and that'll be them going down, as that is a good double kill for the side of ReGen Ghost. Nor does manage to escape their life, however, despite people doing their best to get them down as well. So it is a rough fight, but it is at least they are still alive. That is something, right? Being alive is nice. Right, people keep messaging. I don't get message at all, like, throughout the night, / when I wake up. And now that I'm, like, streaming, I get, like, 6. This is not good timing, people. It shows that I've put myself as busy for a reason. Good stuff for the side of TRSG Undead to get those camps while they're down. They know they can't really get away with too much else, because, again, one Stitches hook can change it all. Pink Blackout has found a friend. Hippo found a friend, does get hook on a Pink Blackout. We do see him put Anduin. No. That's Jaina, that's not Anduin. We do see Jaina walks out of a stun, does not quite get out in time, as that will be them going down. I don't know why I said Anduin there. I just saw a pretty blonde and went, yes, that sounds correct. Not at all saying anything there. We do see Hippo is getting a slam off. Just doing... I don't know why I said that. Oh, you ever just say something like immediately regret it? That's one of those moments where I said something and immediately regretted it. I'm just not even looking at the stream at that point. I was just looking at my hands like in shame, like, oh, you dumbass. Anyway, I'll go back to camera work as we do see May did drop the Blizzard to kind of just zone out for a brief moment. Supercup RG is having to get rid of the camp, but I do imagine that they would have Burrow up. It looks like the blue team is just going to eat a objective here. I don't imagine they're wanting to push in any further than they already have. Sorry about the mic quality dropping. I am just moving over here out of my face and putting my headphones back on. As we do see, objective now is going over to the side of ReGen Ghost. Do I think this will be impact? This can very much help turn this kind of game back in ReGen's favor. However, the bottom the bottom garden tier has a long way to walk. The top one also, and this red one, this middle one's already half. Nor barely out of a range of Stitches hook. That Favre like where they're doing work to make sure they don't die. Charlemagne hitting an excellent 2-man stun. We do see that middle one going down. However, the question is red team just going to stick around mid? Oh, there's the answer. May swallowed. Stun coming out. Imagine we're going to see the Ice will coming out soon. Mind control coming out. Anduin doing their best to survive. Holiday barely holding in there. The Desperate Prayer didn't quite do enough as they will go down. And we do see now turn around as the side of ReGen Ghost is deciding to step back in once again. Hippo is still pretty low. Not anymore. He ate a minion. Suddenly he's at half health. But that was a good fight for ReGen Ghost. So despite what I said last game about like TRSG Undead looks better in the late game. Oh, that bloody Dark Lady's call just does so much at this point because it's a 16. It's basically a second Stitches hook. So you have essentially two ways to get that pick now, which is what the comp of ReGen Ghost wants to do. They are the pick comp. They are wanting that hook. They're wanting that mind control and just wanting to get the kill as soon as possible. Hook going around the wall. That is actually, I like that hook spot. It's a good hook spot because you just go whoop, and be just screwed. Just a little, as I said, just a little whoop, and it's a problem. I highlighted a wall. Give me a moment. There we go. I accidentally highlighted a wall. I keep forgetting that it doesn't like when I highlight things. It's fine when I push buttons like this, because it doesn't break everything, so I can just push this. But when I like push something like this, it breaks things, because if I push that same button, it doesn't release it. Anyway, we do see Hogger is just kind of stuck there for 5 years, but doesn't go down, fortunately. As we do see now, a full 5v5 coming back out. Well, both 5 men back out. Water Elemental gets hooked. Good placement of a Water Elemental by Pink Black out. I keep forgetting their names. Pink Black out. I don't know if it's meant to be said anywhere else, just because of capitalization and such, but I'm gonna go with that and not yell like random letters in the name. Hippo is in a position away from his team. Fortunately, the side of TRSG Undead did not quite catch on to that, because that may have been a disaster for the side of ReGen Ghost if they did happen. Cheerglue does get hit by mind control, does get pulled by Anduin, and healed back to full. We do see objective being called, and we're just seeing both teams playing quite safe at this point, because I feel like they both realize if someone goes down, that may be game. Because both teams have a pretty good building kill. Good burn on buildings. I'd say it's definitely in a race that I'd take TRSG Undead's side, as Charlemagne dodges the hook, Cheerglue giving vision onto Hippo, meaning that was able to be done. Nice positioning. Butte is hit by that sonar arrow, that bullseye, meaning they aren't able to get that objective just yet. However, ReGen Ghost is not quite able to step in and to take anything back, and I'm going to close this because that's just getting away at this point. So I'm just going to roll around, see what's happening. This objective still is building? Not objective. Everything's objective today. This building barely holding on still. The red team is looking to take the Bruiser camp. Yeah, Aaron is starting it. We do see a fight breaking out just above. Sheer Glue, however, does start walking down, does realize it is happening, and Hook doesn't find Nor. It was a good line. If Nor was going this way, that would have been a dead Nor. Oh, double pull has now. I believe it was the second pull of double pull. Did Butte go that? Yes, double pull. Oh, Hippo may be a bit robbed there as they managed to find the barely alive Knight, and actually finished the Knight with Hook. Unlucky. Unlucky. We do see Dragonor coming out. Does hit Butte and Nor, but doesn't really... No one was in position to follow up, and that is now a key heroic down for the side of ReGen. So I'd like to see TRSG Undead step in. They have that ultimate advantage. Sure, they don't have Ice Wall, but they will have it up first. Nor takes a hook, double stun coming out from Charlemagne. Charlemagne doing their best to make sure that Nor doesn't get too far away from the team. Nor does use the roll. Holiday trying their best to keep him alive. Everything coming out. I did hear Mind Control used partway through. Charlemagne does manage to get the... Well, actually, Nor manages to get the kill onto these Stitches, and then Sylvanas will follow. But no control is used by Charlemagne. Charlemagne does get pulled out. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff keeping everyone alive. That fight. A free for none. And that looks like it will be an end call. That's free Kettles on core. It is actually dropping. Icewall comes out. It is Dahaka though. I imagine Dahaka will have Burrow up. Need to have very good timing to get that one done. However, yep, I can see that the end call has been made. The side of TRSG Undead is burning through a building, and that will be game and series. Going over to the side of ReGen goes. GG's to both teams. Oh my god. That's a massive stretch of that. My gosh. What a fight. What a game. What a game. I love watching these games. It's so fun to watch. Right, let me change it over to game summary and let's see how everything went. So, now that things have changed over and I still have never properly fixed the screen, because why would I? As long as my audio works, we're fine. I hope it works. I haven't really checked every screen. We have talents up for anyone who's interested in them. Anything that stands out? No. In a Piercing Light, we don't see as much from Anduin. I know some people don't like it. I like it. That extra spell power can actually do... A little bit extra spell power can actually do so much to barely keep someone alive. And sure, you don't want to have to rely on it. But as we can see, just that extra 4% did add up. As Hogger nearly went down a few times, as well as Vala is able to survive. But also the PS is also very good. As double frontline such as Stitches, Dahaka, who just wants to be up in your grill, is very good to kind of keep them off your grill. Anything else? Sharpened Arrowheads is an interesting choice. You don't see it too often with that build. You would see it often with auto attack build, but you not see it too often with Q build. Yeah, that's that whole thought process. That's it. I guess it makes sense. This is Storm Bow as well. Other things that stood out. You don't see tissue regeneration too much. That's a lot of save and flavor. I didn't even notice that. I guess I didn't go over talents this game. Yeah. All in all, that was a fun series to watch. Oh, I'll show stats as well. Still got very Dub C 613 and Butte Holiday very close on healing. Both kind of healers having to put in a bit of work as well. There's a lot going on, and Stukov just inherently will have advantage with the kind of AOE healing that Pustule gives. Meanwhile, we do see Vala did a lot of damage. Hans are pretty close behind. It was all relatively close. You can see the kills. You can see that ReGen Ghost was surmounting a comeback. However, it was a little bit too much by the end. So I'm going to cut on over to this screen here when I remember how it's done. This one, and then I push this button. As that will be a 2-0 over the side of TRSG Undead. Very well done by the team. So that was a fun series to watch and cast. What I'm going to do now, however, is I'll actually be looking into doing another casting. I know it's wild, someone doing 2 casts in a single stream. Wow. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go on break for a bit. Not too long. I'll actually just put it on my... I'll be putting it on the wrong screen. I'm going to be putting it on... thanks for watching, and then once I've reset everything and done anything else that I need to do, like refill my water, I will be back with a second cast. I will have to download a few things, so I will put some music on, put myself on mute, and I will see anyone who's in here shortly.